know if I'm going to get top 5 from here. Oh, fudge. That was my bad. I kind of hope that
okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind. 3.7 seconds.
I kind of hope at the end of this mode... shit. I kind of hope at the end of this mode that you unlock the avatar models for the Breaking Point characters, because that's one thing I did notice, that you do have them as My Team icons, but you don't have them as avatars to pick. So I kind of hope that maybe if I complete this mode, you will actually get them. I mean, it's no big deal if I don't, and even if they don't, I would understand why, because, you know, they are part of, they're already part of the game mode in My Team as teammates you can pick. So, I would kind of understand if that is the case and they don't really unlock for you to pick as your avatar. Like I said, it'll be no big deal, because I'll just use the one I've been using for this season when we get to 23 in Jackson's story. So...
okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.1 seconds.
Devin. It's going to be touch and go whether I get top 5 though.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Oh fuck. Don't feel comfortable with that. I really don't know if I'm gonna get 50 in it. I'll try. Fuck. Flashback is. I really kind of screwed up there, I think. Again. Wasn't as bad. I'll continue on. There's a few cars ahead, so I might be able to get them. If the car ahead of Hamilton isn't a lap car, which I don't think it is.
Okay, information on Sainz. They seem to have an issue.
Ooh, that might help. Oh, Sainz is behind me. Oh, the wrong guy. I'm not catching these guys at a rate of knots. I know it probably shouldn't be, even on the soft tyres, I know. But... I love this place. It's going to be touch and go, man. Hamilton's going to get ahead of the Alpine right now. He could race away. Of course, there could be a collision because Butler's coming up. I'd actually save that. Plenty of time then. Gotta be careful. Pick my spot. I'm not trying here. Nope. My bad. I was actually on the grass. I'm sorry. Apparently the My Team. This is obviously the My Team car. It just feels rough.
Brilliant manoeuvre. 2 places at once.
Kind of, yeah. Watch me get top 3. Side by side with Ocon. This is going to be an absolute... No. That's not what I intended, but... That was almost fucking a brilliant fucking series of events there. I messed up. I actually tried to back out of it, to be fair. It almost feels like 2010 with all these auto spin curves. I wouldn't have got top 3. Good thing I didn't pick that. Really why? Taking all the advantages with the track limits and no warning. Yes, lads. Huge. Yeah, I really like that bottoming out effect. It really kind of recreates the porpoising a little bit. I don't know if they're two different things. I don't really get that. I'm not that knowledgeable. I love the sport, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. You know, the car. I'm not a car enthusiast, you know what I mean? I love the sport, but I'm not a car enthusiast. By any
Right,
stretch.
we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Yeah, top 5 was definitely the right choice. Whoa! Saved it that time. Huge. I mean, I might get close. I am catching Russell, but not probably quick enough. I wonder if, probably not, but I do wonder if we would have had, there will be a race at one of the new tracks in the 23 part of the story.
2.8 seconds.
I very much doubt it, because this was probably in development like a year back. But then they knew Qatar and Vegas were coming, so maybe? I don't know.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your
Yeah, I'm glad I
concentration
picked top
and let's bring
5.
it
That
home.
was definitely a more realistic objective. I mean, I didn't even think I'd get that in it. Whoa. Oh god. I didn't even think I'd get like back into. I didn't even think I'd get into the top 5. Really. Felt like, oh yeah, this will be another bonus objective that I fail. I know I restarted really hard the TV and Stroll one, but Stroll was really uncharacteristically out of position. He shouldn't have been that high up to begin with. Not really because of him, because of the car. Like I said, I think people give Stroll a lot of stick, and it's unwarranted, in my opinion. Is Verstappen winning, by the way? Yep, of course he is. I don't even know why I asked. Of course he is. Oh god. Keep going. I wouldn't have got to forward reserve anyway. It's too far behind. You make a lot of these bonus objectives really kind of unrealistic. But at least you get to influence this one. I really, with all the drivers pretty much all penned in at this point, I don't see where Jackson would want to go if that wasn't a reserve role.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Pit debacle.
Well, it's still too close to call at the top of the table.
Really?
While at the other end, Ant, you can really
What are you
understand.
talking about? Max had absolutely minced it.
Yeah, they've had car problems all season long, Crofty. They've had a bad mix-up in the garage today, and Konnersport won't be proud of that one.
And Konnersport won't be proud of that. It's the longest pit stop we've had this season. Not the sort of record any team wants to set.
Oh, all the subtitles are all messed up.
Here
sure.
comes an eight.
I mean, it's good that they're there, but they're really messed up. They don't accurately tell you what the driver's actually saying.
Well, Aidan, I'm sure you already know what I'm going to ask. That pit stop looked like a nightmare. So what on earth happened today?
Every race has its hiccups.
Yeah, well, we all know that every race has a hiccup, so you can just never tell when it's going to happen. You just got to be ready and roll with the punches. I guess on the plus side, a mess up like that means that this mistake will never happen again.
Well, there is a lot of talk on social media about whether Devon is actually getting preferential treatment by the team. So, do you think, is there any truth to that, or is it an unfair assumption?
Never could use a preferential treatment with his current performance. That's a bit harsh. He was in the points as well. You know what? No comment. It's not my business.
I couldn't possibly comment about that. I'll let everyone draw their own conclusions.
Yep.
Well, Aidan, the list seems to get longer. Car reliability, you and Devon bumping wheels, and now issues in the pit lane. Huge mounting problems at Konnersport. Has there been any talk at all about what the team might do next season, considering that you and Devon just don't seem to get along?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about next season. But who knows what the future will bring. At the moment, it's all about Konnersport and bringing in as many points as I can.
Yep.
And finally, I've got to ask you about this. It has been reported that Mercedes have agreed a deal for George Russell to play a small part in the latest Throttle Zone movie. What do you make of that?
What? Not something I'm interested in, definitely.
Yeah, what's all that about? I mean, good luck to him and all, but it's not something that I personally find exciting.
No.
So I hope everyone enjoys the film.
Thank you so much for your time.
That's a weird question. That's a really weird question. An untimely pit stop error causes a more valuable time and the Japanese Grand Prix, which only serves to stoke his frustrations at Konnersport. Yeah, I can imagine. I like these motorhome things. They're cool, for sure. Stuck in the pits. Oh. Davidoff, huh?
Talk to me.
About what? You saw the race, right? What is there to say?
Hayden, chill,
Thought
dude.
you could do with blowing off a little steam.
What is even the point in wasting any more energy? It's not the car, it's the team. It's not the team, it's the car. No one seems to care how much effort I'm putting into all of this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Which is
whoa.
why you need to double down. Listen, I promised I wouldn't say anything, but the top three are talking, Aiden.
I don't think so.
What?
They've already reached out to us. Looks like there might be some last-minute negotiations on the cards, but keep that to yourself, okay?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, of course.
No doubt there'll be some wrangling. You're contracted for another season, but your tenacity has been noticed.
Wow, I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything you're not supposed to know. I hate to admit it, but Konnersport can't keep up with you, Aiden. Just do me a favour, would you?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
I need you to push as hard as you can to get as much out of you before I lose you to a better team. Can you do that for me?
Of course. No problem.
Good boy. You know I'm here whenever you need me. Speak soon.
To be fair, right? It's nice to see Davidoff actually getting involved with everything with the team. Some owners of teams or in any sport, they don't really get involved in anything, but it seems like Davidoff is really getting involved in all this. I don't know about that thing about top three talking. I don't know about that. Because at this point in the season, everyone was really penciled in, you know? So I don't know where he would have gone. Sent back after sledging Konnersport, but the global racing. It's a fact of the sport, commented Phil Paget, head mechanic. We knew from the outset the challenges we'd faced, but it certainly seems that the odds are stacked against us for far more than we imagined. With car bombs, clashing drivers, and now a disastrous pit stop in Suzuka to add to their resume for disasters, one can only wonder when Konnersport had the space to start finding their form. It's not all doom and gloom. Even with the issues in the pits, Jackson managed to secure 5th. Impressive, given the circumstances, and public opinion is finally beginning to turn in Konnersport's favour. Seen as the unavoidable underdogs, there is now a swirl of positivity from fans desperate to see this titanic turnaround for the team. Not much was having to steal the second World Drivers' Championship and the second in a row after the turnout of 2021 and 2 seems to be relatively plain sailing for him, even after the spirited early challenge from Charles Leclerc and Ferrari. Indeed, seemed to be a calmer, more composed, more mature Verstappen behind the wheel. sedated as it were, by that first championship last year. Now it just begins to extend his victory lap, but it's not like Supermax will take it gently. Expect more wins and podiums in the races to come, definitely. And then that was it. I didn't have that on my Konnersport bingo card. It's really showing great. Jackson is a remarkable finish from Jackson, considering the position he was in after that pit stop. This has always been Jackson's problem. Not really. Thanks for stepping on another world championship, dominant performance all season. Thought the club maybe there's a change at the start of the year for Ari's mistakes and rebels. Yeah, pretty much. The drivers now, the pit crew. What's next for this team? A big KG from Jackson on the topic of preferential treatment at Konnersport, and I guess we will draw our own conclusions. Does it really need to be that passive aggressive? This is double drama next season. Konnersport clearly won't be around to provide it. We need to get Aiden Jackson released from this cowboy outfit. Let's probably go into no. And Jackson gets the fastest lap here in Suzuka. Want to remember for Aiden for numerous reasons. Not all good. But we're going to need those points. Notice how none of these problems ever happened to Daddy's boy Butler. Must be super frustrating. Get in, yes, that's what I said. And we're all done with that. An apology. I know I don't usually email you directly, but after what happened today, I just wanted to apologize personally. The whole garage is so upset about what happened out there. Personally, I'm furious. Rest assured, we think we've isolated the problem and we'll be making sure this never happens again. Feels the problem at any time you like. The input is always right. The team are really on his side. I like that. Tried calling you, but I missed you. We're pushing the debrief until we figured out what happened out there with the tires, and I've figured out who I need to fire. I'll call you later. I cannot believe how good that performance was. In face of disaster, you managed to finish 5th, and I'm in awe. Konnersport is like, oh, cool. After what happened today, it's likely we're going to get a lot of press interest, perhaps even approaching departments that aren't usually press-facing. So, just a reminder that each head of the department has full guidelines on press protocol and should brief their teams accordingly. Andrea will be releasing an official statement soon, and I'll advise everyone to read it and not divert from the angle that should be approached. We realise that matters like this can get complicated, but a clear party line shows that the team is united and will make any awkward questions go away a lot faster. Feel free to send me a message so anyone could do any questions. This person is literally damage control person. We missed out on Nigel Mansell's racing gloves. I know how much you wanted them, so I'm really sorry. In the end, it was down to just me and one other bidder, and I have no clue who it was, but no matter how high I went, he just kept pushing. All told, they went for 5 times the estimate, which was well over double what you told me what you were comfortable ceiling was. I'm sorry again, Aiden. Rest assured, I'll keep my eyes out for any similar memorabilia coming to the market. Aww, it's all good. Just watched the race. Ouch. Blimey, Aiden, what was that? Hats off to keeping your cool and getting back into the race. You're a darn good driver. Those seconds must have felt like hours. You did yourself proud of today. Well done. Would you believe I nearly missed it? We're spending a week in Costa del Sol. I never realised how hard it would be to find a bar that was showing the Grand Prix. Retirement life, eh? I've been sending you postcards. I imagine they'll be waiting for you when you get back home. Oh, it's funny how we haven't heard from Aiden's mum yet. The only mum we've heard from is Callie's.
You saw it, right? The pit stop? How am I supposed to deal with that? I know. I want a chance to prove what I can do, though. In a top-tier seat. I deserve it.
You're not going to get one, Aiden. There is none available, pal.
I've heard there might be interest. I can't stay here. Okay. Well, what would you do?
So, what advice did you give him?
Well, I told him to try to stay calm.
Oh, I called Cass.
See out the season. And then go to the final team meeting. See if that changes his mind.
And where were you at this point?
Oh, I was busy getting Callie ready for the final race of the F2 season.
Yes. It's funny because I thought Casper would have gone into kind of full retirement, never to be heard from again, but he's playing a big role in this one. Having put together a number of impressive performances throughout the season, Callie Mayer finds herself within touching distance of the Formula 2 Championship. Haas decide to twist rather than stick. Oh yeah,
I know
because
what
they
I'm calling, but make it quick because I have
replaced
to get my head
Schumacher
moving.
with Hulkenberg.
Of course, darling, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't call to wish you luck.
Thanks, Mum, but luck really won't do anything. I need a clean strategy and just to keep my head, that's all.
Look, which you do, and you will. Just breathe, Cal, okay?
Aww.
You've already put the work in. Now all you need to do is get out there.
The mums in
do
this
what you
story
always
are
do.
awesome.
Yeah?
Jackson's mum
Yeah.
was
Anyway.
awesome.
Who knows?
Zoe was
Bring
awesome,
this
even
one
though
home,
she
I
was
may
more
pull
the
your
wife
father
than the
to
mum,
gloat a
but she
little.
was a mum technically.
Mum, not now.
And now Evelyn.
Oh, I'm just trying to lighten the mood a bit.
I know. You'll be watching, right?
Yeah?
Just try and stop me.
Right.
Race fast, honey.
Oh. Aw. Being only the second ever female driver after Tatiana Calderon to drive in the Formula 2 Championship, now the world can only watch and wonder what might be next for the young Brit Callie Mayer. With a blistering start to the season followed by consistent podium finishes, Mayer has undoubtedly been the breakout sensation this year. She's already made waves, but can she make history? With only a single race left in the F2 season, it's easy to get ahead of oneself and see Mayer as poised to becoming the first ever woman to win the Formula 2 Championship. But competition is fierce, and we know that unexpected can always happen on track, especially with the stakes this high. It's pretty cool how you actually get things at Konnersport in the F2 kind of thing here. Especially in the final race, what does the future look like for Konnersport? It's definitely a long-term investment of money, people and time, assured Davidoff Butler. When asked about the matter in a recent television interview, Sure, there may be a reshuffle here and there, but Konnersport is never just a one-and-done kind of deal. But beyond that, we'll just have to wait and see. Formula is undoubtedly a sport of vision and dreams, something that Konnersport has in spades. It also is an unforgiving sport, and it's undeniable that Konnersport have brought colour and drama to the grid this year. But can they make what they have learned into 2023 season and become the the contenders we know they can be? I'm surprised no one has actually found out about Mayer being Butler's sister yet. No one has actually done that. I think that's because she's doing the Schumacher thing that Mick did back in his early days. He went with his mum's maiden name instead of his own, instead of Michael's surname to take the pressure off. Looks like Callie's doing that here. Sargent to fly the Stars and Stripes in F1 next year. It's not surprising, as one of the repeated talking points of the year has revolved around the US, specifically F1's ever-growing popularity there. Now they have their own mascot to cheer for, as Logan Sargent will step up from F2 to join Williams. The Floridan has shown good pace in F2 since his debut back in the final round of 2021, becoming the first American to win an F2 race. He did so at Silverstone. I don't remember that. I stopped watching F2 pretty much after Schumacher had been promoted to Haas, to be fair. With any new signings comes a departure, so it is for Nicholas Latifi after 3 seasons with Williams doing almost nothing. He never quite showed his potential with the Oxfordshire-based team, and he has no doubt has a bright future in other classifications. Oh, okay, fair enough. So the long goodbye is over. Farewell, Sebastian Vettel, 4-time World Drivers' Championship ally, activist, and legend. Departs Aston Martin and departs F1 for a new adventure, having won 4 consecutive titles with Red Bull from 2010 to 13, and his F1 history is set, as only Michael Schumacher, Hamilton, and Fangio have won more. Vettel has announced exactly what his future holds, but in his retirement video, he mentioned climate justice, and there's still a race to win, for now. And all he has left to say is Donkey said. I reckon, I really believe this. I think Vettel will be back in 26 with Audi. I just do. I just see it. I see Vettel and Schumacher and Audi in 26. I just do. Something just tells me that he's waiting for Audi and he's going to bring Mick on board somehow and they're going to be teammates in 26. I just see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's what I just see. Everyone is a cruel sort sometimes. I don't even want to read this. Spend ages waiting for your chance for an F1 seat. Spend the first year in driving a vastly underpowered car. And then find yourself out of the door after just 2 seasons. It's the Formula 1 as Mick Schumacher has found out the hard way. It was a mixed year for the young gentleman, finding himself involved in some scraps and some shunts in the first half of the season, as well as enjoying a long wait for his first points on the board. His second half was more reliable, staying out of trouble nicely, though it was possible Haas's mind was already made up, as they have now contracted the returning Nico Hülkenberg to replace him. An experienced operator who has never quite set the sport alight. So it's replacing one with the other, and it's never really gone well. Hülkenberg is just... He's been snubbed for top seats, though, I will admit that. He really deserved better than he's got. Not so fast, she's got to win it first. She doesn't get a championship, she's already her blinder of the season. I can't watch Wake Me Up when it's over. Shrinky Shack has moved with the F2 car. Me and my girls have taken over the telly. They can't sit still. So said it's Seb's last race weekend. A lot of people were for... Yeah. Also De Vries, Piastri, and how I see a certain name on that list. Who are we talking about? I also know it's going to be Mayer, I suppose. Hülkenberg to replace Schumacher at Haas next year. It's been a couple of years for him. Yeah, well, 2021 was a fucking write-off. That's the thing. I get it, right? But they're technically sacking him after one bloody season because, you know, 2021 was such a fucking write-off. Oh, it's Mayer because they're talking about F2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. No. Here come the trolls. I know, right? Start. She's known enough to be amongst the Tsunoda, Shu, Norris, and Albon. Really? Wow. I suppose she has, yeah. Did I say UK Monaco right there? Yeah. The best team I've ever worked with. Oh, this is the Triton team. Well, where the sleeper site led today. It's really paid off. Didn't make it happen. Well, message congratulating you all. Just wanted to say that you're one of the greatest drivers I've ever worked with. You've come so far in only a single season. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. Something Casper would say, to be fair. Few laps remaining, Callie sets her sights on the F2 Championship. Short and sweet.
The final race of the season now well underway here in Abu Dhabi. A few different drivers in contention for the F2 Championship. But here's the favourite, Callie Mayer.
She's been so consistent this season, so fast. My money's on Mayer for the championship, no question.
If she can finish high enough, the title belongs to her.